Hey guys, it's Taylor with LGBT Love. Welcome to your Wednesday. It is week 87, and the topic number 1 is how to handle arguments in relationships. Family, friends, significant others, what have you. How I handle fights in relationships is actually probably kind of different. I legitimately abhor fighting. I really, really do. I cannot stand arguing, fighting, yelling. Oh, and I'm out of the sling, guys. I cannot stand it. I do not like to do it. I will avoid it if I possibly can. So, I try and find some common ground and see it from the other person's perspective. How do I... Like, arguments with my parents, they never go well because we can't see eye to eye together. But I try to keep in mind that they're my parents and they helped create me, so I need to be respectful of them. Even if I may think that their opinions aren't valid. How do I handle fighting with my friends? You see, that's kind of different. It takes a lot for me to get upset and mad with someone. So if I do get pissed off with my friends, it's generally for a really good reason. But I try and communicate to them my point and I listen to their point. And so hopefully we can find a middle ground. Because my friends are my family and they're important to me. As for my significant other, when my significant other and I, sometimes, not very often will I actually say my mind and be blunt about it. But when I do, she doesn't really have a problem saying her mind sometimes either. But then at other times, I practically have to drag it out of her. And I think that for a healthy relationship, you cannot have secrets, and you have to be able to tell them anything and everything, you know? So, my opinion is very much, you're mad? Sit your ass down in the other room and we'll talk about it later. But you're not going anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere. Because if we like each other enough to be in a relationship, then we ought to like each other enough to make it work. And that's one thing you have to remember, is how important that person is to you and what you do for them. So, hopefully you guys. Topic. What are some good advice? What are some good tips on keeping healthy relationships? Always be open with the other person and honest, and make sure they are so with you. Just know your limits. Don't press past the other's boundaries if they're uncomfortable with it. And remember that things don't always go as planned. So you gotta be able to roll with the curves. Topic number 2. Internet safety. I feel like I should have a red flashing light. Stranger danger, stranger danger. So, here's some really basic, obvious ones. Don't give your phone number out to people you barely know. Don't tell your last name and where you go to school and all that to people you barely know. Do not give some random person your address. Don't have your address blatantly on your Tumblr. If you have a P.O. box, yes, you can have your P.O. box. But do not be like, oh, hey, I live at da-da-da-da on Berkeley Lane. No. I will come through this computer and love tap your head. That is not okay. Honestly, obviously, you can meet some of the greatest people online. Look at them. The people on my team are astounding, and so are some of my other friends. But go ahead and look at it. If you don't know someone, treat it like you would any other situation you're going to meet. You're not going to tell someone, oh, hey, I live here. Here's my phone number. Blah, blah, blah. You don't know them. You don't know anything about them. So use your common sense and try to use your best judgment. You know, my rules to follow is I don't generally give my number out online. If I do, I have to have been consistently talking with the person for a while now. Like, at least a couple weeks. And we have to have a good friendship going, and, you know, generally, because it's easier to talk that way. than through computers. And also, I have a second phone number. You know, if you have a smartphone, I use a free text app, and that works really well too. So this has been your Wednesday. Hopefully you had a good one, and you'll have a good rest of the week. Love you guys. See you later.